Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button just down below. Helps out a lot. Today we're going to learn how to saddle stitch or double hand stitch or stitch leather or however you want to call it, but that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do it in mostly traditional techniques. One thing we're going to miss from this episode in particular is using an awl, because I believe that that's a more advanced technique. It's something that requires a little bit more practice, but I will cover in more depth in later episodes. So, if you're ready, let's begin. So normally you would push it through the first hole. Make sure your needles are lined up when you do that, so they're of equal length. So let's do it again. First needle through to open the hole. That's all that's doing. The right needle comes straight back out. Then you push your left needle through, make a cross, ring finger of your right hand if you're a right-handed stitcher, and push that needle back through, the one that isn't coming back through the first. Pull it, and then pressure. I'm using a 0.45 millimeter thread, a very obnoxiously bright and UV sensitive one, just so you can see what I'm doing, and I'll keep going. If you like at any point you can stop, pause the video and have another look at what I'm doing and pull it tight. If you do a cast, which is not what I'm doing now, but if you did a cast you would get less of an angle here, but I'll show you that during the tapping phase. So I'll do it slowly one more time. So right needle to open the hole, left, make a cross, ring finger to tension that, and all this is doing, the one that's just come through, is to make sure that when you put your right hand needle in, the one that's not in the hole already, you don't pierce that hole. It's really important that you don't pierce that, because it'll screw your whole thing up. And tight, okay? The next hole, purely to open it up. You can use it to find the hole as well if you want, or you can look. Left hand goes in, right hand comes up, makes a cross behind. It's really important that it goes behind. Pull through, ring finger, and it goes through the same hole, and then you pull it tight. Okay, I'll do one more. So it goes in to find the hole. That's the left needle. That's the back needle. That's what that is. I'll do one more from this angle for you. So it's the right one, that's just to find the hole. Left needle, back needle goes in. You can see my ring finger holding pressure, and you're holding on to that back one, you're not letting that go. And then that goes in front, on top, however you want to call it. And you're putting pressure on that until it tightens. Front, back, so front, it's difficult backwards, back needle, cross from the back, pinky finger, or ring finger, sorry, in the top of that hole. And then if you want to put an angle on it, all you do is pull at an angle. Otherwise you just pull straight out, but I don't recommend that. I recommend doing that. You'd find the hole. Back needle. Cross. Ring finger, above it on top of that. Pull that through, and you get this nice zigzag. That's the classic hand stitched angle. I'm using a specific tool called KS Blade Punch. I'll link to those that allow me to go all the way through, otherwise you'd be having to use an awl, but we'll cover that later. So let's do it a couple more times. Front, just find that hole, front, back, on top, don't pierce your hole, on top, pull, and done. So when it's all done, you'll have something that looks a little bit like this, hopefully. The next thing to do, how to finish it, and I've been asked this by quite a few crafts people along the way, is you do what's called a back stitch, or two of them. So you put, it's like you're stitching but backwards. So you put your right needle in, exactly the same as you did before, find the hole. Now it doesn't matter if you're on top or not at the moment. Pull that back and go. So this one, in order to get that nice shape, I'm going to put my needle above it, and then I won't get across. Particularly important when you have a contrasting thread. And then it's just two back stitches. So you push your right-handed needle, your front needle, through to the back and pull. Nice and simple. Okay, So here we are, this is the back. As you can see, that's the front that I've been stitching. Here's the back. What we're going to do is we're going to snip off the tails, the red snippers. We're going to snip those off, nice and easy. Then we're going to melt the backs. We're going to melt the tails. Don't have to be particularly close, don't want to set fire to the leather. And then just tap those down. Well, rub those off with your finger. They look beautiful and flat. There's also a more than aesthetic point to this. When you hammer it down, you close those holes that you made with your stitching punch, and it makes it stronger. Hey guys, so you've hopefully got something that looks a little bit like this. Nice and wavy on the front, but obviously straight. So please like and subscribe this video, it helps me out enormously, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.